Værsgo.
My name is Ulla Madsen, and I have the pleasure to be the Federation President from 2013 to 15. I'm talking to you from my home in Copenhagen, Denmark. The date is the 10th of March, and it's my weekly day off from my work as a risk manager and a senior advisor in Handelsbanken. I am happy to have been asked to make this video for the union meeting to tell how I see your work and responsibility, especially as a club program director within a union. First of all, I like to stress that the job as a club program director is one of the most important tasks in Soroptimist International of Europe. Together with extension, program is the reason for the existence of our organization, and you are the very important connection link between the union and the SIE program team, which also includes the program team in the headquarters in Geneva. All information in the program area is communicated from SIE directly to both the union program director and the assistant program director for them to spread it to you. As you might know, SIE has implemented the new strategic organizational model, the 4 triangles, over a year ago, to create a greater dynamism and team energy. I'm happy to know that many unions are currently duplicating it at union and club levels, because after a year of experimentation, I can confirm that it does work. Before the new model, we tried to cover the primary goal of our organization, improving the lives and status of women and girls, simply through program. So to strengthen the voice of 35,000 members of Soroptimist International of Europe at local, national and international level, we have divided the program into 2 areas. Program Goal 1 and Advocacy and Lobbying Goal 2. This triangle embodies the raison d'être of our organization. It reflects the commitment of our members to improve in collaboration and in friendship the lives and status of women and girls. It is also what attracts new members to join our mission and retain the present ones. This double focus is also vital to advance our organization as a crucial international player in the area of women's rights. Soroptimists have for nearly 90 years been known internationally and nationally as a global voice for women. In order to achieve important results and to act as real influencers and agents of change, Soroptimists must cooperate with international, European, national and local institutions. But in order to effectively cooperate, communication between clubs and institutions must be two-way. It is in fact as important for the representatives to know what clubs are working on as it is important for the clubs to know how the representatives can present the club work to the institutions. Who knows the problems and conditions of women in their own communities better than Soroptimists do? I don't know. The United Nations, by giving us ECOSOC status, recognize that we as credible witnesses of women living conditions around the world. That is the reason why Advocacy Goal 2 also includes our representatives at the COE, it is the Council of Europe, the EWL, European Women's Lobby, an OSCE, Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. I am sure that the Union will show you the new strategic model, the 4 triangles, where you can see the officers responsible for each goal. But let me just mention that President-elect Maria Elisabetta De Franciscis from the Italian Union is overall responsible for this triangle. I also gather that you will be presented with the strategic plan for SIE with its goals and objectives. So I just want to tell you how and when the business plans, action plans, are made for the goals and objectives. At the beginning of each biennium, the new board makes an action plan based on the strategic plan for the biennium, which contains a list of activities with the names of individual board members and staff members that are responsible for delivering the results. The group performs the assigned activities and conducts meetings regularly via emails and Skype calls. Each member of the group is expected to deliver her task to the best of her ability and within a set time frame. At board meetings, the group's progress is measured and reviewed. My vision and mission for this biennium is all about the future of this organization and its membership. We must stop the decline, revert the trend, and start to increase the membership. There are numerous debatable reasons: aging clubs, economic crisis, lack of interest, etc. But there's one thing we can agree on. Unless we really take this seriously and act quickly, our organization is at risk. That is why the board has introduced the bottom-up approach, which means to focus on the members first as the most important thing. Members are the base of our organization. We must also send more professional and high-level quality, useful messages and demonstrate that we really are a global voice for women on every front. Why am I saying all this? Because now I come back to you and your very important role in this. Because what does it help that we deliver high quality information in the program news and the advocacy news, producing statements like we did on the International Day of Elimination of Violence Against Women, Human Rights Day, International Women's Day, all with respect of the bottom-up approach and celebrated projects made by clubs. If the information does not reach the club members, and if it reaches the clubs but the program director or the assistant program director do not inform the club members, is it then all in vain? Not totally. But close, don't you agree? And that is why you have to help us to be active and advertise and promote the information from SIE about program and advocacy as much as you can. So every club member will have the opportunity to read the messages and be informed. Like me, who try to motivate you, you have to motivate the club members to read the information. I know it is easy for me to say, but if you believe, like the SIE board and I, that a higher level of quality information and the bottom-up approach will help to retain members and attract new members, the job has to be done. So I ask you please to make an extra effort to get the information from SIE out to the clubs, and that you as Club PD make sure the members get the information. This is very important for the future of the organization. One thing I'm sure will help you make the club members more interested in program and advocacy work is the SIE PFR's interactive map, which will be on the SIE website very shortly. I am looking forward to see the pyramid of club projects literally shine on the map. Be patient, I'm sure you will love it too. It is like you take the cursor, you go to a specific club, like one in Denmark for example, and you say my club Kasper Tornby, and then you can see the PFRs we have made and maybe be interested in one of the projects. So that is how it goes. Another thing that will help you to follow up is that the International Women's Day are now registered in the calendar on the SIE website. I take it as a natural thing that you as Club PD have access to the members area of the SIE website. Sure. In connection with the interactive map, I have to mention the PFR system, which has not been functioning for a while. SIE has made a new form which is much easier to fill in, and it is integrated in the interactive map, so you will hear also about that very shortly. The last thing I want to mention is of course the theme of this biennium. Let's go green, working for a healthy environment. It goes very nicely hand in hand with the SI theme, Educate to Lead. The theme, Let's Go Green, seeks to encourage all Soroptimists to integrate a environmental approach into their projects. Indeed, the biennium theme asked all Soroptimist clubs and members to make sustainability and environmental protection not only a priority for their Soroptimist projects, but their personal responsibility. In this respect, the theme of environment must be thought about consciously, which makes the importance of environmental education and leadership paramount. Our fragile planet is facing an emergency. So, as responsible citizens who are aware of environmental and sustainable development issues, let us work together towards a more healthy and sustainable environment through awareness, advocacy, and action. I can give you a few examples in headlines. Recycling, reduce, reuse, I call them the 3 R's. Avoiding waste, planting trees, improving and encouraging people to use public transport, water, sanitation, health, clean production, don't waste food. You will find more inspiration on the program at the SIE website and through the PFRs about environment. Alright, I hope I have given you a more clear impression of how important your function is and how much the future of this organization is depending on the implementation of the messages from SIE. I believe and trust in you, and there is no doubt in my mind that we, together with all responsible in this important area, can lift this organization to a higher level to attract new members and, just as important, retain the present ones. Let's work together to secure the future of Soroptimist International of Europe. I wish all participants and trainers an interesting and inspiring day, and I wish you all the best of luck and success. See you somewhere in the Soroptimist world. Bye bye for now.